Hi everyone, welcome back to Parrot Wisdom. We are back with a new video and a new twist. This time in Parrot Wisdom, we are going to start the storytelling event alongside the art and crafts event. To begin the storytelling event, I am going to start by telling you a story based on the usual scenes of a stormy night at the Himalayas in India. The story is by none other than but the popular author Ruskin Bond. Hope you like it. This is the story The Night the Roof Blew Off by Ruskin Bond. We are used to sudden storms up here on the first range of the Himalayas. The old building in which we live has for more than 100 years received the full force of the wind as it sweeps across the hills from the east. We had lived in the building for more than 10 years without a disaster. It had even taken the shock of a severe earthquake. As my granddaughter Dolly says, it's difficult to tell the new cracks from the old ones. It's a two-story building and I live on the upper floor with my family, my 3 grandchildren and their parents. The roof is made of corrugated tin sheets, the ceiling of wooden boards. That's the traditional Mussoorie roof. That night, I was trying to save my books from the icy rain pouring into my bedroom. There was no question of sleeping, but we remained in the bed for warmth and comfort. The fire had long gone out as the chimney had collapsed, bringing down a shower of shooty rainwater. After about 4 hours of buffeting, the roof could take it no longer. My bedroom faces east, so my portion of the roof was the first to go. The wind got under it and kept pushing until, with a reaping, groaning sound, the metal sheets shifted and slid off the rafters, some of them dropping with claps like thunder on the road below. Icy water splashing down my face made me change my mind in a hurry. Leaping from the bed, I found that much of the ceiling had gone. Water was pouring on my open typewriter, as well as on the bedside radio and the bed cover. Picking up my precious typewriter, I stumbled into the front sitting room, only to find a similar situation there. Water was pouring through the salts of the wooden ceiling, raining down on the open bookshelves. By now, I had been joined by the children, who had come to my rescue. "Save the books!" shouted Dolly, the youngest, and that became our rallying cry for the next hour or two. Dolly and her brother Mukesh picked up armful of books and carried them into their room. But the floor was awash, so the books had to be piled on their beds. Dolly was helping me gather some of my papers when a large field rat jumped onto the desk in front of her. Dolly squealed and ran for the door. "It's all right," said Mukesh, who loved animals to the extent even to field rats. "It's only sheltering from the storm." Big brother Rakesh whistled for our dog Tony, but Tony wasn't interested in rats just then. He had taken shelter in the kitchen, the only dry spot in the house. 2 rooms were now practically roofless, and we could see the sky lit up by flashes of lightning. There were fireworks indoors too, as water spluttered and crackled along a damaged wire. Then the lights went out altogether. Rakesh, at his best in an emergency, had already lit 2 kerosene lamps. And by their light, we continued to transfer books, papers, and clothes to the children's room. Our feet were freezing because there hadn't been time to put on proper footwear. And besides, shoes and slippers were awash by now. All chairs and tables were piled high with books. I hadn't realized the extent of my library until that night. The available beds were pushed into the driest corner of the children's room, and there, huddled in blankets and quilts, we spent the remaining hours of the night while the storm continued. Towards morning, the wind fell, and it began to snow. Through the door to the sitting room, I could see snowflakes drifting through the gaps in the ceiling, settling on picture frames. Ordinary things like a glue bottle and a small clock took a certain beauty when covered with soft snow. Most of us dozed off. When dawn came, we found the window panes encrusted with snow and icicles. The rising sun struck through the gaps in the ceiling and turned everything golden. Snow crystals glistened on the empty bookshelves. But the books had been saved. Rakesh went out to find a carpenter and a tinsmith, while the rest of us started putting things in the sun to dry. By evening, we had put much of the roof back on. It's a much improved roof now, and we look forward to the next storm with confidence. That was a story showing the usual scenes of a stormy night in the Himalayas in India. We hope you like it. That's about all for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let us know your experience in the comment section. Follow our page, subscribe to our channel, like and share, and stay tuned for the next video.